Hey folks, Johnny here with Ride to Ride. On today's episode, we shall go over my 3 biggest fears while riding in the city. Stay tuned. So like many of us riders, we don't just ride on the highway, we also ride in the city or town or hamlet or however large or small your city is. It's still a city and there are things that you have to look out for. And these are my 3 biggest fears that I always keep an eye out for while riding in the city. This is in no particular order, but the first one is pedestrians. You see a pedestrian walking on the sidewalk, you better goddamn well believe that they could turn and start crossing the street whether or not they see you, just because they can. So pedestrians have a lot of distractions, especially if they're on their phone. They could be on Tinder, Bumble, Match, who knows what. They could be playing Angry Birds. So I'm not a lawyer, but from my understanding is that pedestrians have the right of way no matter what, legally. So whether they are in a crosswalk or not, they could come out of behind a parked car because they mentally believe that they have the right of way, which could be legally true, but they don't use their common sense. They don't look left or right till they're 3 steps into the street. That's one thing you have to look out for. Pedestrians are just oblivious to what's happening around them. The second fear that I have while riding in the city are cyclists. Now, I don't have anything wrong with people that ride bicycles. There is a lot of hate between motorcyclists and cyclists. Why? I have no fucking idea. Stupid, if you ask me. That's my opinion. Because I ride bicycles. I have a mountain bike. I have a fixie. I ride in the streets. I love cycling. I love being on 2 wheels, whether it's with a motor or not. I love being on 2 wheels. But yet, there are a lot of motorcyclists out there that fucking hate cyclists, which is mind-boggling to me. Anyways, cyclists are one of my biggest fears while riding in the city. So sometimes cyclists will jump into your lane because they have to avoid something, a pedestrian, debris on the road, a homeless man taking a shit, who knows what. But sometimes they jump in front of you because they're avoiding something and then you have to react. Another reason that you have to watch out for cyclists is because they lane split just like motorcyclists. And sometimes in the city, cyclists are faster than motorcycles. I'm not lying. Sometimes they travel faster than motorcycles in traffic because they're a lot more agile, more nimble, and they could fit in tighter spots, tighter nooks and crannies than what motorcyclists could fit. These cyclists will weave through traffic, pop in front of you, pop behind you, ride right next to you. You have to watch out for. And you can't be mad at these cyclists because they're doing the same goddamn thing that you're doing. They're lane splitting, they're trying to get to their destination. There's no hate to them. For those of you that do get jealous about cyclists or hate cyclists because they're occupying the road, we as motorcyclists, we ask people that drive cars, cagers, to share the road with us. That's very selfish of us if we don't do the same thing to cyclists where we do not want to share the road with them. So that's just my 2 cents. Respect the cyclists, share the road with them. That's done. Let's move on. So this is the third thing that I fear in the city, and that's rideshare. Whether it's Uber, Lyft, Flywheel, or even taxis. Taxis are not as bad as Ubers and Lyft, but Uber and Lyft or rideshare, they're fucking crazy. The reason why I fear Uber and Lyft, let's just call them rideshares. These rideshare drivers could kill you by their actions, so you have to watch out for them. So many of these rideshare drivers are not familiar with the city. So they are lost. They're looking at their GPS map, trying to figure out where they're supposed to go, where they have to be, where the passenger that they have to pick up, or the destination that they're trying to get to. So many of these drivers are just lost and they're just blind and unaware of their surroundings. The second reason why I hate these, hate's a big word. For me to use that word, hate, it's huge. I don't like to use that word, but I fucking hate rideshare drivers because they could kill me. Why? Because number 2, they will stop unexpectedly. They will stop like, oh, here's my destination. Boom, stop. So it's very dangerous when you're cruising at city speed limits in a residential neighborhood or in downtown. You're cruising at 25, 30 miles per hour, and then this Uber driver, this Lyft driver slams on their brakes because here's their stop. This is where they're dropping off their passenger, and you only have seconds, not even seconds to react. What do? Slam on your brake? Do you jump to the next lane over? Is there a car next to you? Is it safe to jump to the next lane? There's so much happening that those drivers just put you in danger. It's ridiculous. And the third reason why I hate rideshare drivers is because they will do illegal shit. They will stop, do a U-turn in the middle of the street because they missed their stop, they missed their turn or something. They will stop doing a U-turn. They don't even fucking check their mirrors. They don't even check their mirrors. They just say, hey, I missed my turn, let me make a U-turn. Fuck me. And these rideshare drivers, when they have to, they'll make that left turn. So you best watch out for it. They'll make that illegal left turn, whether it's crossing a double line. If it's legal also, they won't care if it's clear or not. They're like, oh, I have to make a left. Let me make a left and then look if it's clear. It's too late. These rideshare drivers, they're just fucking bad. So like I said, these rideshare drivers are dangerous. They're not familiar with their territory. They're making unexpected stops, making illegal U-turns, and making left turns when it's not clear. They're just dangerous. So you guys have to watch out for them. If you see that gray circle with a U on it or the pink neon lift sign, just watch out for them. Be aware. Just be mindful of them. So I am in the Bay Area where there are a ton of Uber and Lyft drivers. It's like 1 in 3 cars belong to our rideshare program. And that's something you have to watch out for. It's unavoidable. You just have to be aware of them. So I'd hate to lump taxi drivers in the same category as rideshare drivers because taxi drivers are more experienced. They're more familiar with their territory and they're more mindful about where they are dropping or picking up their passengers. However, sometimes you get that taxi driver that's just going to stop and drop their passenger off or do the same goddamn thing that rideshare drivers do. So that's why I mentioned rideshare drivers and taxis. To recap, my 3 biggest fears while riding in the city are pedestrians, cyclists, and rideshare drivers. Watch out for them. Be aware of them. Be mindful of them. Alright, so hit that thumbs up or a thumbs down if you agree or disagree with anything that was discussed on this episode today. If you want to share your experience with riding in the city with cyclists, pedestrians, rideshare drivers, or anything that I didn't cover, leave it in the comments below. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe, hit that bell notification. That way you get notified when I post a brand new video. Until next time, you guys ride safe. Don't forget, wear your gear, all the time. Or if you like squidding, do your thing and squid. No hate, do your thing. Like I said, this channel is called Ride Your Ride because you ride the way you want to ride. I'll see you guys in the next episode.